The cold wind moved through the silent trees surrounding Hollow Point, a forgotten town where darkness felt heavier, almost alive. On an October night, 17-year-old Emily Carter finished her shift, texting her mother she'd be home in 12 minutes. She never made it. Her car was found abandoned beside a forest road. No signs of struggle, no footprints. The empty driver's seat felt like a staged scene. The sheriff assured the town it was a runaway, but something about the stillness didn't sit right. The forest itself seemed to hide something. What no one saw that night was the figure standing behind the tree line, watching Emily. A tall silhouette, unmoving, eyes fixed on her every motion. Emily didn't know she was being watched until she heard footsteps behind her just before everything went black. 3 days passed with no sign of Emily, until a search dog led officers to a rusty, half-buried metal door hidden beneath leaves. Behind that door lay a cold, narrow tunnel stretching deep beneath the forest. When flashlights illuminated the walls, investigators froze. Dozens of photographs of young girls hung in rows, some from decades earlier. And there, pinned in the center, was a recent photograph of Emily. They found scratches on the wall forming the words, "Help me, I'm still here." For the first time, hope and terror collided. The horror deepened when Olivia was found half-conscious inside a deeper part of the tunnels, whispering. He's not the only one. Someone else was inside with him. Emily was rescued hours later, mumbling. There was another man, older. He called him Reverend. He was the one giving orders. The name chilled older residents. Reverend Solomon Price, founder of the Children of the Harvest, who vanished in 1981. The cult never collapsed. It went underground. Reverend Price didn't disappear. He retreated into the tunnels. Emily was targeted because her grandmother escaped the cult's ritual in 1967. Emily was revenge, a continuation of a 50-year vendetta. 3 weeks after the rescue, a jogger found a wooden girl figurine on a gravestone, its back carved with, "For Emily." The harvest continues. Trail cameras recorded the same tall, pale figure walking away at 4:03 a.m. Even now, in Hollow Point, doors are locked early. Dogs refuse to walk near the forest, and locals whisper that the Reverend still wanders the tunnels, waiting for whoever is next to be chosen. The case remains open. The forest remains silent, and the shadows of Hollow Point have never stopped moving.
Detective Morgan's pulse hammered against her throat as she stared at the impossible camera footage. Dr. Hale, who had been lying dead in an autopsy room, was seen alive on the scene, walking calmly through the hospital corridor, disappearing into darkness at the east exit. No flicker glitch, no frame cut. It was him. Same posture. Same slow, almost calculated stride. Captain Ruiz demanded answers, but Morgan barely heard him. She replayed the video again, then again. Every detail screamed real, but her instinct whispered something darker, something engineered. The next morning, another emergency call shattered whatever hope of clarity she had left. A woman was found murdered in her apartment in the exact same pose as Dr. Hale, arms folded, head tilted right, eyes open, a peaceful expression carved into her dead face. But this time, the killer left something behind, a small, hand-carved wooden figurine placed gently on the victim's chest. The figurine was an eerie, miniature replica of the victim, same clothes, same hairstyle, even the small birthmark on her cheek. Morgan felt her stomach drop. The first figurine hadn't been a coincidence. It was a signature, a message, a countdown. And now the murders were connected. When the forensic team scanned the apartment, they found no forced entry, no fingerprints, no unusual DNA. Only one single clue, a faint scent of cedarwood that lingered near the window. The killer was clean, professional, almost invisible. But on the victim's balcony railing, a 1-inch scratch caught Morgan's eye. It was straight, shallow, metallic, like something sharp had clipped the metal while climbing down. She leaned closer. On the edge of the scratch, barely visible, was a microscopic fiber. Red. Synthetic. It matched the thread they found on Dr. Hale's lab coat. Someone was weaving everything together. Later that night, as Morgan reviewed both crime scenes on the investigation board, she noticed something chilling. Each miniature figurine was carved from the same type of wood, specific red cedar, a wood commonly used by artisan carvers in the Pacific Northwest. Not many specialists worked with that wood. She ran a database search. Only 6 active cedarwood miniature sculptors existed in the States. 3 were elderly. 1 lived overseas. 1 was hospitalized. Only 1 matched the profile of someone who could carve such precise, lifelike miniatures. Elias Rowan, age 42, reclusive artist, criminal psychology dropout, last known address, Portland, Oregon. Morgan's veins iced over. Rowan had once been briefly suspected in a series of unsolved disappearance cases 10 years earlier, but no evidence had stuck. He vanished from public life afterward. But last month, he resurfaced online, posting wooden miniatures on a secret collector's forum. Miniatures with faces that looked disturbingly familiar. Morgan scrolled deeper, heart accelerating. There, in a post dated 2 weeks before Dr. Hale's murder, she saw it, a wooden figurine of a bespectacled man in a white lab coat, arms folded, head tilted right. Dr. Hale. He had been chosen in advance. Morgan's breath hitched. She zoomed in on the photo.